Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Aquarius for April 2023. We're coming up to the eclipse of the sun on the 8th of April. Today is the 6th when I'm doing this reading. Again, I'm using the 6-card spread. I've changed the deck. It's the Druid Craft deck. It's quite large and I felt the calling to it today, so it's the deck that I'm doing the solar eclipse with. For Aries, Aries. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries Aquarius. I've done Aries. This is Aquarius now. The oracle deck that I'm using is the Wild Woman deck. I changed up oracle decks for this eclipse reading. It seemed to be the calling, seeing that it is the eclipse of the sun. It reflects the self. And that oracle deck for the Wild Woman is all about the self. Not just because it's for women. It is the feminine aspect. And to make the readings a little more interesting for the male aspect is that if you are coming off of the lunar eclipse where relationships are concerned and you're wondering and hoping that the right woman will come along, well, that's pretty much why I'm using that deck, the Wild Woman deck, is to help bring in that right woman for you as male listeners go. Again, with the female listeners, it is about the self before it is about another woman. And of course, if you are in a same-sex relationship and you are going through the changes of having a relationship, Three of Swords, being disappointed and burdened and having to provide for the self, well, the type of woman that would come into your life would reflect through the Wild Woman Oracle deck. But again, it is the eclipse of the sun, and the sun is representative of ourselves, the soul in itself, the type of work that we do, and the Devil card is showing itself here. Again, the burden is to be put down and having that leadership role and wanting to have that deep sense of love and being there is a blockage or has been a blockage. Well, your destiny is proving to change, and there will be tremendous change because the King of Pentacles is the no-nonsense type, and if you are becoming more of that no-nonsense type, the burden will be put down and your life will change with this solar eclipse. It is meant to, and we will make changes because it is what the eclipses are bringing in, is all about change. Aquarius. The air signs seem to be moving a lot faster than the fire signs that I did earlier. It's interesting. Usually the fire signs are pretty quick, but the air signs seem to be whizzing by. I guess it is the air, and it is in the air. Change is in the air, especially with you, Aquarius. You bring that change. You are in the forefront of change. Should cut and first 3 cards. It's a 6-card spread, as I said. It's the same spread I'm using for the lunar eclipse now for the solar. It's a 6-card spread, and the first 3 cards is the first layer. So the first card is all about you, Aquarius. Oh, we'll have some deliberation going on here. Let's see. Okay, so whether you're dealing with others or you're dealing with yourself, it's a fight. It's a battle. It's not so much of a physical fight. It's the wands. So it's about ideas, and you're deliberating where to go next, what to do, where you are, and where you want to go from where you are. And now you're dealing with other people, but this is all about you. So you're going around in your mind what you really want, and this is what the eclipse is supposed to do for us. It is supposed to trigger us into change and self-reflection, and what we do for work, and where we work, and how we work, and how much we make, and all of that, and what we provide for, and who we provide for, and the relationship dealing with who we provide for, who we work with. There seems to be a battle in your mind about all of those things. Let's see what Spirit is doing here. Spirit is giving you that I'm fed up with all of this. In the end of the day, you can only go around so many times until you get giddy, and then you decide to make a choice, if it is that you have to make a choice, or you decide that you don't want this particular deliberation anymore, and you change your concept, or you change what it is that you don't like anymore, because this is what I don't want anymore, and I've had enough, and I keep getting the same, and I don't know, and why is it the same all the time? But Spirit has behind you what you can't see, what you're not interested in seeing, because you're focused on what took place, and how it took place, and why it took place. And you can't really change what went on in the past, but you have the possibility for the future if you would take a look and see. Lift your head out of that deliberation and take a look around. See what you can change, rather than how it became and why it is still the same. Again, if we focus on what we don't want, we will keep getting more of it. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the outcome, a potential outcome again, because when we think differently, well, the outcome will change. But here we are looking at the timing. Sorry, I still have a bit of a cough going on. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn. It's going to turn. The wheel is going to turn no matter what you think and how long you focus on what you don't want. Regardless, the wheel will turn and change will come. You may not notice it because you're too stuck in what you're thinking about, but Spirit will shake you out of this inertia. Spirit will take you in as deep as you need to go, and then remove you when the time comes. Now, again, we could say that you will take a chance, but I don't see that happening here, because you're too fixated on what was and why it was, and it's still the same. Here, your destiny is based on the time and the timing that Spirit has put you in, because Spirit has put you here, and this is what Spirit is doing, using your weaknesses to help you become stronger, because this is destiny playing itself out, and Spirit is keeping you occupied so that behind you, what you can't see is going to happen without you knowing about it. And then when the time comes, you will know, and you will want to go away from what it is you've been fixated on, and you'll see that there is a difference that will bring you to your just desserts, what you deserve. At the bottom of the deck, we see here we have this fear. And this is why Spirit has got you locked in and looking at what it is you don't want anymore, because of that innate fear of change, that fear of I can't make things different because, and there's always a reason. You see, protecting protecting something. It's secrets, if it is, and it is what you consider as value. Spirit is going to help you see through and change that. Okay? The deliberation here is to do I, shouldn't I, sitting on the fence here, and if I do this, this is going to happen, and if I do that, projecting what could be, you making up what destiny would be when it is all really in your mind. This is why Spirit has you focused on what you can't see, focusing on what you've been through, to the point where things will change for you. Again, this is what the eclipse is bringing for you. The Four of Pentacles here, I say fear because the fear of change, the fear of opening up, the fear of being free is where you're locked inside, locked in on what you don't want. And then the strength will come, you see, because Spirit is giving you enough where it is, I don't want any more of this. I'm ready now. That timing will be the right time. That strength. Oh, sorry. I'm going backwards here. This is the bottom of the deck. Sorry about that. Aquarius. I'm shifting again. It's the end of the deck here. We have the fear, which is pretty much what Spirit has you locked in to, will turn into strength because you would have seen enough. Again, this is probably why I'm putting them there, because I'm being guided to do it like that. But here we have following the intuition and having that strength and courage to move forward and make change and come away from the fear. And then we have the rebirth card, which is perfect because this is the world. Well, it's the 20, it's judgment. It's what we call the judgment card, where you get a second chance. And then following that sense of I need to go this way. I know I should go that way, and not have that deliberation locking you in. You see, this is where Spirit says when the wheel turns, you will get that strength to move forward and follow the intuition, get a second chance to put in yourself where you know you need to go rather than holding yourself back. Aquarius, you're going to take action and things are going to change. Your mindset is going to change. A real serious change where Three of Swords, that disappointment, you're just going to heal. You're going to heal really huge disappointments. And this is deep, inert fear. This is coming up from lifetimes. This is not just, oh, give me a second chance for this lifetime because I'm fed up with what I've been through in the past months or years, depending on how long ago you've been in the circle of deliberating with yourself and not following the intuition and not taking the chance and not having the courage and holding on to what it is you feel you're going to lose, which you may have already lost and you don't realize it because you're still fighting with your own mind as to what you believe in. It goes very deep, this. These are all the high arcana cards just coming out one after the other here. We have the Strength card, the Empress card, the High Priestess, and the Judgment card. And then we're still not done. We still have the Magician and the Hangman bringing in the Three of Swords to say, well, very disappointed because you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and you're not changing. Spirit is saying enough. This is where you're going to change, and you're not even going to know it until you're in the change, and then you will make change because of the Magician. And when you do actually take the action, Spirit is going to put you into a stalemate again so that you could see where the disappointments that you created in your life really are. to help you overcome the fear. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Well, we won't go too deep because we've already gone past as many cards as I should. But it's because they're higher arcana that I went further in. Again, Aquarius, this is affecting you on a very deep and spiritual level that you may not even be aware of. This is your destiny coming into play. And it is because of where the planets are in your birth chart that you will either not be aware or be very aware. And if Spirit doesn't want you to see, as it seems here, Spirit has you focused on all of what took place, all of those disappointments, is to make you realize that you have the power. See these disappointments? You have the power. You have that power to make a difference and change and come away from them. Again, it's very deep, this reading. So we'll look at the second layer, which is what the eclipse will, the effect of the eclipse will bring in apart from, because what it is that you're going through right now coming up to the eclipse is that deliberation in your mind or with others or both. How you deal with that. Sorry. Oh, sorry again. So we'll do another shuffle and then I'll cut and read on the last three cards, and then we'll pull the Oracle deck. And we have the Justice card, which just has to show. I think in almost every reading, the Justice card is showing itself here. And we have the Three of Wands, where that change is coming, where you're growing and you're shifting, and what you don't know is you're not meant to know. You know, see that cup there? That cup is, you can't see that cup. Even if Spirit wanted you to see it, you don't want to look at it. Spirit had it in the other traditional deck. It's in front of the person and they're looking down. Well, in this deck, it's behind them, very well placed, because Spirit wants you to get fed up enough of looking there that things will change. They will have no choice because it is in time. The wheel is turning while you're sitting there thinking about everything. The wheel is turning while you're fighting with your own mind and what you think should or shouldn't have happened and how it happened and why and who and when and all of what was in between. The wheel is still turning. And eventually, the wheel will turn to the point where change will come into your life and you will be like, oh, wow, really? Spirit won't let you mess it up with too much overthinking here. Going round and round, focusing on what was instead of what could be. Spirit won't let you mess it up. Let's see what this second layer will bring from the eclipse when it does actually happen, because here we are days before. I'm just going to cut. And the first card again, the High Priest. Okay, so here we have the Hierophant. This is where all of the knowledge, all of that deliberation, it's coming down to everything that you know. Being able to make that call. Being able to say, I've had enough of this and I've seen enough of that and I don't want to do this and I don't want to have that anymore. I want to take charge and I want to make change, and because I have deliberated enough, I have come to a decision. Again, the Destiny card. Given enough time, things will change. Ideas will be mulled over enough to create the change that Spirit is guiding you to. Again, what is Spirit doing here? Prince of Wands. So bringing in that enthusiasm for a new, fresh start of fun, and taking it from that level of, well, I'm not sure, to, yeah, I know what I want. You see, there's a huge difference here. Because Spirit is giving you enough time to mull it over and realize, I don't want that. I want this now. And this is where the I want comes in, because this prince is really enthusiastic about creating a fun time, and not just having fun, but something new. I'm tired of seeing this. I want to see something new. I want to do something different. And that passion, that where you were deliberating and working it out and arguing, now turns into that flame of, okay, I have a plan and I'm doing it this way. And I'm going to enact it in the way I want. That fresh newness, with it goes from the extreme, from completely bored out of your mind to very excited in doing this new thing, whatever it is. New ideas, new plans. Just enough is enough. You've had enough, and you've deliberated enough, and you've gone over it enough, and that courage is coming, because that's what we saw with all those high arcana, bringing it into the high priest, the Hierophant, if you will. Because there's enough knowledge. You've acquired enough from people, from yourself, and from Spirit, that you can now make a decision and get that drive to go forward, instead of sitting and watching and waiting and wondering. Again, it's destiny. So this now brings us to balance, where your life in itself, because it's all about you. Again, dealing with others is inevitable, because we are made here to deal with others, but this eclipse is affecting us on a personal level, and where we have been out of balance, we're coming into it now. And here is where we want to see the change that we are thinking about and have been thinking about. This is Six of Pentacles here. It's where you become now the giver or the receiver, depending on your situation. Where you were putting out, you will receive. Where you were receiving, you will have to put out. It is balance. And again, the bottom of the deck is at the 5. The 5 of Cups. So we have that sense of loss, that we're going to overcome it, because we have that drive, and we have had enough of. We went from 4 now to the 5, where we have some kind of hope. Again, the focus here is on what we don't want anymore, whereas in this deck the focus now is on the possibility, that hope that we can overcome this and we can get through. Because here we are not looking down at the 3 cups that we are so caught up in here with. We are now looking at the possibility from Spirit's vantage point, where we see in this realm of emotions, we see that we can overcome, and the possibility to survive is there, because enough time has passed. Enough time has passed where what we don't know can come, because we can't see these 2 cups, like we can't see the one here. But the possibility and the fairness, allowing ourselves to have that. See, once that drive comes back in, miracles can happen. And that's what this represents. And this overcoming the loss of, the missing factor, that I don't know why I can't have, and everything I had was taken from me. And now here we see the balance coming in, because enough time has passed. Enough time has passed. Enough time has passed. This is what the eclipse is bringing for you, Aquarius. Then we have the 2 of Swords. So again, deliberation as to how much is fair, and to whom am I giving? Again, it doesn't matter which way you go. If you go off on your own, or if you create with others, you're going to have that change come. The Four of Swords. So we go from the Two of Swords to the Four of Swords. And in there, we have more deliberation, which brings us to the Six of Swords. And in that, we will see peace come, because we will find the balance. And we will put down the burden. And we will have that no-nonsense leadership come in. And we will take, see, we'll go from the Knight to the King. The Knight of Wands moving over to the King of Pentacles is a really no-nonsense type of archetype here. We had the fun. We're giving ourselves enough time, and then we're going to become serious. We're going to make that change. And again, the enough time has to pass for this to take place, to become that no-nonsense king here, which represents brotherhood to the Hierophant. They work well together. They work together. He is just one rung underneath this high priest, the Hierophant. And again, it is from mental deliberation. So you're moving in increments of time with spirit having your back. It's very powerful, this change that seems to be flowing in here with this read. I see no, I can't compare the signs readings. It's just it's moving differently for each category, and that is intriguing here, because again, it is the solar eclipse, and it is based on the self. It is based on how we deal with the changes that are coming into our lives because of what we've been through with the lunar eclipse. I mean, we are all affected. We just, how much of it are we paying attention to? That is really the question here. Because in this reading, most of Aquarians won't even see the changes coming until they are really in it, where the wheel turns and then they feel the change. Oh my goodness, this is happening to me. Oh, okay. And this is where Spirit gives you that burst of energy. You're going to just wake up on the eclipse, or after the eclipse, or whenever it is destined to turn for you with the wheel. You're just going to get up and just going to move and say, okay, I've decided I'm going to do this. And then you're going to do it. And then you're going to feel the change. And everything, all your perspective is going to change, because we saw that in the first chakra. Coming all the way up to the Magician and the Hangman. That's what this is going to bring you. Huh? Whether it is you, within you, if you have fire in your chart, or it is coming from someone else through Spirit, something is going to trigger you to bring you out of this inertia. Something is going to happen. It's very fun what this something is, because it is new, it is intriguing, it is exciting, and it's going to happen to you to shake you out of this inertia. And then you're going to move, you're going to get your balance, you're going to come back in, you're going to have hope again where you were feeling at a loss. What is the oracle message for Aquarius? Again, it is the feminine aspect. If you are a woman, then it will be what the eclipse will bring out of you. And if it is that you are seeking for a relationship, because it could be that here, where you're tired of having the same kind of battle with partnerships, and you want something more serious, and you want to have fun, and you want to have fair treatment, and you have hope that the destiny will bring you that kind of relationship where you can have hope, if it is that you're looking for a relationship. Because the lunar eclipse was all about relationships, and now the sun brings out what we have grown and learned from that eclipse. Maybe this is why you're stuck in the inertia, because of what you've experienced through the the lunar eclipse, and I was ready to cut again, but no, the feminine aspect. Let's see what this brings us. The inner high priestess. Oh my, divine service. This is wonderful, because we did see, where is it? I was in the first shuffle where we had our high priestess. Oh, look, there's the Queen of Cups too, for conditional love, coming in with the King of Pentacles. That's interesting. That's a very good match. Very good match. If it is that you're looking for a partnership because you're tired of the partnerships that you've been through, the burden will be put down, and you're going to have that no nonsense feeling, and then you're going to get the Queen of Cups come around to you, following that intuition. Queen of Cups with the King of Pentacles is an amazing match. The water and the earth. If it is that you have earth in your chart, or if it is that you are seeking out an earth sign, or you're interested in one, or you're battling whether to deal with them or not, because again, I said that they are brothers, the Hierophant and the King of Pentacles. Again, if you are the female in this story, then your king is where you will find that perfect match, using that inner high priestess where you pay attention. Spirit will bring you there. See? Or Spirit will guide you to the woman, if it is that you are a male looking at this, that can be of divine service to you, that is of divine service to you, that follows her inner priestess, that intuition, as she's following her intuition, is the type of woman that will come to you. And if you are again a female, you will be brought to your intuition through Spirit. Spirit will bring you there because of all the inertia, because of all of the worrying. Well, not so much the worrying, but the going over of what you don't want and why it's been and how long you've had it, etc. So let's see 34 and read about our inner high priestess, because this is where you follow your intuition and find hope, bring in the balance for yourself. Enough time will pass. So the 34, inner high priestess. What is my life in service of, and how can I express that service? So again, it is knowing what you want, making the decision, finally making that decision to go after it and be that innovator and have that sense of, I want something new and I want to start this project, or I want to work on this. I want to break out of my own inertia. Spirit is going to guide you there. And again, if you're a male, it'll bring that type of woman who will be able to see and realize things need to change and have that innovation to make change in your life with you. Hope. Messages of hope. 34. There is, I kept reading 33. 34. Okay. Oh, it's 35. Oh, turn the page. Okay, so what is my life in service of, and how can I express that service? Bored with what to do next. You are being called to a greater level of divine service in your own unique way. The High Priestess asks you to tap deeply into your wisdom, the blend of your life experience, worldly and spiritual knowledge, intuition and self-awareness, in order to fully devote yourself and serve a higher purpose. There it is. So if you're deliberating on what to do next, Spirit is coming in with how to get through that, given enough time. The wheel will turn and you'll know what to do. Traditionally, the High Priestess was a virgin. While this term today carries the meaning of sexual chastity, In ancient times, it denoted a woman who was unmarried, who did not belong to a man, and was one in herself. The high priestess is a scholar and a teacher who studies ancient occult knowledge that most shy away from out of fear or ignorance. Unlike most, the mystery of the unknown does not kindle fear or dread within her, but instead ignites curiosity and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and learning. She reaches deep into the hidden inner realms, both within and without, integrating this knowledge within the matriarchal realm in order to be in service to a mission greater than herself. So Aquarius, you're stepping up, you're stepping out. Spirit is going to charge you. You won't be able to say no because it is your destiny. You've been deliberating enough. You've been going over what you don't want. And now is the time with this eclipse that change is going to come in and bring that balance into your life as to what you to do next or what you need to do. Again, if you're a male and you're bored with the types of relationships and you keep getting the same, and the special type of woman that you're looking and hoping to meet never seems to come around, well, she is coming. Give it a little time. Think of where you can reach out and make change within and get off the fence of I'm tired of this and I'm tired of that. Go looking into yourself for your own intuition on what it is you really want. Bring in that balance. It will come. Have that hope, that faith, the change will come. Let go of I don't want this and I don't want that. Think of what you really do want instead. Change that. Turn it around. Because you do have the strength to do it, and you do have the courage. Be willing to open up. That Four of Pentacles is about fear of opening up. If you're not able to open up, then she won't come to you. You will be afraid of her more than anything. And again, if it is that you are seeking the strength of a woman like that, then you need to buck up your own strength. Take chances. See? Make that effort to reach out. Open yourself up for the type of relationship that you're looking for. Don't be afraid. Have the hope. Have that faith that it will come, because it will come. You won't even know when it's there. It'll just come upon you, and then you'll be all excited when she does show up. On that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Till our next read, Aquarius, love and light.